Hey everybody, let me talk in this video and next upcoming video about some hardware that available with Android, like a camera and sensor and Bluetooth and more. So let in this video talk about camera and how we could take a picture from the camera. So I want to create a simple app. It has single button. When you click on it, you'll see a camera, then where you could take picture and you have it in your app. First of all, how I could implement this app. If you see there's a camera app already available in your phone or in your emulator, if you activate camera in your emulator, when you click here, you will see the camera is opened. So yes, here is it. What I want to do, I want to send some data to this camera so it would take picture for me, then I will get data back to my app. Again, suppose this is my app. So I would send intent to the camera app and I'm waiting for some result. And then the camera will take picture, then I will get this picture and then I will save it in my phone. So first of all, I need two permissions. One of them I want to save in my phone. So I want to access, so I will say, okay, use permission, or not use feeder, to use your permission. Use permission. It should be permission for write to external storage. I will say write. Okay, write to external storage. Write external storage, this one. This permission you need it because we need to save data inside the phone, so we need to use this permission. Remember, this is dangerous permission, so you have to write something for it. Yes. Second thing, I can not take picture unless I have camera in my phone. There are some type of devices have Android but doesn't have camera in it. So I have to make sure before anyone install my app, I have to make sure this phone have a camera in it. So to do that, I will say use feeders. Like I'm looking for some feeders. So I say, okay, use feeders, this one. I'm looking which feeder name. I will say Android name. The name of the feeders will be for the camera. So I will say, okay, Android plus camera 1. Okay, that's great. Then I would say, okay, this camera should be required. So I say, okay, required, Android required should be true. What does that mean? As I told you, that means if the phone doesn't have camera in it, so don't run this app. So this line making sure the phone have camera. So if the phone doesn't have camera, so this app will not install on this phone because say hardware specification doesn't match. So this great job you could do it. And now with Android, if you are using a GPS, you have to do something. You have to do use feeders, Android hardware GPS, because now starting from October 2016, Google ask every developer who use permission for location have to add user feeders for Android hardware.gps. So now whenever you want to use a GPS, you have also to add this line, but not .camera, you will use .gps. That's great. Now I want to complete my work. So what I have to do in this app, I will not do a lot of work because there's something already available. So yes, so I will go here. I will create very simple app. Let me delete this one. I will create some button when someone click it to take picture. Then the picture will be displayed inside MGView. So yes, here is it. Here is the MGView. You could design MGView in any way. You could select any image inside it. You could increase the size of the image. That's up to you. So let me say I want the width should be much parent and the height should be, for example, 200 pt. It's too much 200 pt. I would say 100 pt would be enough. Yes, here you go. Now this button should be for taking picture. So you could change this one to take picture. Take picture. Okay, here you go. Now I want when someone click on this button, I will see the camera, then the image will be displayed here. Okay, make sure this one have event for on a click. I will say, okay, BU take picture. Here you go. Then I will go to the code. So where is the BU take picture? This one. I make sure to implement this method. Then I have to access to MGView. So if you see I have MGView here, I want to access to it, this one. So I could keep it as its name, or you could change the name in the code. So as I told you, follow the naming standard. First of all, define MGView here, this name, then go to the main creation in this image view, do initialize for it. Say okay, find the view by id r dot id dot, make sure r dot id dot this name. Yes, here's it. Now I have the image. Now I want to take the picture. That's great. So okay, to create the picture, I have, as I told you before, I have this app. I want to send intent to this app, so this app could take picture. Then I want, when the app take the picture, I will get the result back. So I want to set intent to camera app. So first of all, I define my intent. So okay, intent, and this way I will name it intent equal a new intent. Okay, that's great. Now this intent have some extra information. Add action. I will say okay, add action. I will say intent dot set action. I will define my action. So what action I want to do? I want to do media store dot action image capture. So I'll say okay, media store in this way. If I get it, so yes, here is it. This is media store dot, I'm looking for someone for something for taking image. I will say action, then underscore, then image capture. When I send this intent or this action inside the intent, the Android will understand already, hey, I want to start another app, name it images or name it camera. So yes, I defined this one, I added the action. Then here we go. Now I want to fire up this event. So how I could fire it? I would say okay, start activity for now. I'm not saying start activity only, because start activity will start activity and that is done. But I don't want to start camera app just for nothing. I want to get results. So I will say start activity for results. So I say okay, start activity for result, just because I'm starting activity but I'm waiting to some result. What I send, I will send this intent. What the tag key, you could send it any key. Let me say integer tag equal 1. So you could give the tag any number because you will use it again. So here you go. Now okay, I started the activity, but if you see, I didn't start activity without anything. I start activity and I'm waiting for some result. So now when I run this code, the camera app will be opened and I will see the camera and someone could take picture. Now when he take picture, I want to take that picture. How I could take that picture? So this is start activity for result will fire up event, name it on result. So I will say okay, I will override this method. I say override. I'm overwriting method, name it protect void. As I remember, the name of the event is on activity. This is the method. I'm just overwriting this method. Just make sure you write this line on the top on it. Write override. So to make sure you are writing the correct method name. So on activity, start on activity, you write just on activity result. This activity takes 3 parameters, request code and result code and intent data. That is great. Now I want to make sure the request code is the same code that I send it. So this one, I make sure what I send. Okay, say if the request code equal the tag, making sure request code equal the tag. Just making sure I get this one mean want to make sure this result is coming from this tag, because maybe you start different intent with different tag. So just I want to make sure this code only execute if it started from this way. That means when it started here, it means started for getting picture. Okay, if the tag equal this one, and making sure the result will also be okay, because maybe he okay. So that's mean when he click, if he click OK, yeah, he mean he take it image, and also the tag was 1. That's mean he want to take image. Go here. So now I have intent have a lot of data that I'm dealing with. So first of all, I want to take the image inside this intent. The intent already, if when you send data to this app and this app taking picture, and when you click OK, he will return data for you. So and also return data as intent. Because it's intent, so it have something. First of all, you have to define the bundle. Say bundle be name it data my intent dot get extra, because I have this intent having number of data, so I just get it as a bundle. I use you now. The data will be as a key, and it have a key and value. So I want to take the image. I say okay, bitmap. Okay, define bitmap amg equal. I'm just doing bitmap casting, bitmap again, because I'm doing casting. So what I'm looking for, I'm looking inside the bundle, I'm looking for get something. So if you see get, I should send a key. So what the key that have the image? The key have the image named data. This is specific key with Android that handle the image. So the image will be saved in the key when returned back from the other app. So now I have the image. Here you go. I could add it inside my img view. I say okay, img view dot set image bitmap, or set image bitmap this one. So I give it my image, and here you go. It's done. That's great. Now I have everything clear. I'm sending intent to other app. I'm starting the activity, waiting for some result, then I display it in the img view. Now I want to start and see. If you want to use emulator, make sure you go to the device manager and make sure you edit your device and you enable on the device show advanced setting. Make sure you enable the camera using web camera, because you need the camera for the phone. Make sure you finish this one. Also, as you know, we are now working with camera. That means we are working for some dangerous permission, and we want to write to the file. So make sure you go here and you use this permission inside your app. So this one for permissions, this permission we first off checking, then we see the data. So get this data here, go back to your code, update it, this one. So instead get permission like get image or take picture. So say take picture. Okay, then define this method as void method here. So it could take a picture for you. So now, yes, here is it. So instead having this code here, I will take it and I will move it to this new method. Also, yes, now I want to start my work. I say, okay, check permission first. So first of all, he will check the permission and see if the device is up to 23. I want to make sure that he have access to write external storage. So make sure write external storage is active. So yes, app compact, this one, and manager, make sure from it. So yes, then I'm looking for this permission. If he don't have it, take it. If he agree for it, please take this picture. Otherwise, display message denied, like to us, say your message. Okay, cannot store file. So because it's a danger permission, if they agree, here we go. Now let you run and see. Here we go. Now I want to take a picture. I will click take picture. When I click here, you ask for permission because he need to save the image when he take it. So when I click allow, he will open another app that's for taking picture. If I click select, then I click OK. That's mean I'm getting some data for results. So here is the data.